What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my preview of Manchester City's away game against Tottenham Hotspur in our game in hand in the Premier League. Permutations, quite simply, couldn't be higher. It's must win for Manchester City. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget to let me know your score and team predictions in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate, who are running a very special Tottenham Hotspur v Manchester City pot in the Premier League for this game, worth £500 paying up to the top 25 places and £150 for the winner. It is £5 to join. If you use my link in the description to take you to the download page to download the free BetMate app, which is available to anybody in the United Kingdom and is available to anybody who is aged 18 years old or over, and you use my code JSGC10 on sign up, you'll get £10 in free bets, and you can use them free bets to join this pot for free. You can select up to 6 players from each team for this pot. There are lots of other available pots that you can go and check out as well, including other game pots as well as both teams to score, full-time result, and lots of other good games that you can go and check out with lots of big prizes. Links and details, they're in the description. I will speak more about BetMate later in the video. Finally, do remember, if you are going to gamble, do gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So on to the match information for this game. This game taking place at Spurs Stadium in the Premier League on Tuesday, 14th of May 2024, with an 8 PM BST kickoff time, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. Anybody heading to London for this game, do enjoy yourselves and do have a cracking time, and please bring back the 3 points to Manchester. So our opponent, Spurs, formed in 1882, led by manager Ange Postecoglu, currently find themselves 5th in the Premier League. They're needing one more point to secure Europa League football for next season. They're also needing favours to try and get into the Champions League. They need Liverpool to get a result today away against Aston Villa to keep their top 4 hopes alive. An Aston Villa win today and Tottenham Hotspur cannot make Champions League football for next season. So Spurs form, they won the last game against Burnley by 2 goals to 1. They were trailing 1-0 in that game, and they have managed to relegate Burnley from the Premier League. Wasn't an easy game at all for Tottenham Hotspur, so it means now they've won 1 of the last 5 in all competitions in the last 5 games. They've lost the previous 4. They included away matches against Newcastle United, where they lost 4-0, at home to Arsenal 3-2, away to Chelsea 2-0, and away at Liverpool 4-2, where Spurs did go 4-0 down. So form not brilliant from Spurs, and how they're playing again, not brilliant. They do find themselves in a very strange position right now. Most of their fans will want them to lose so they don't hand the Premier League to Arsenal. The players, on the other hand, are going to want to remain competitive. They're going to want to secure a European spot for next season. They don't want to dip into the Europa Conference League, so they want to guarantee at least Europa League football for next season. And if Aston Villa drop points tonight against Liverpool, they will want Champions League football. So the players, I think, are going to be well up for this game. So Arsenal, I think, will be keeping a very close eye on this game. Spurs fans, unfortunately, we're not playing 11 Spurs fans on the pitch, because I tell you right now that they would lay down and take it from Manchester City. Instead, they're going to try and keep it nice and competitive, I think, the players. So this won't be a very easy game for Manchester City. It's not a happy hunting ground at all. What I wouldn't rule out is if Manchester City do get a good control of the game and we do manage to find ourselves in the lead or get a comfortable lead, I can imagine the Spurs fans celebrating in the stands, and I wouldn't rule out a whole stadium Poznan as well. Now, Manchester City will take great confidence off the fact that we have won here in our last game in the FA Cup back in January. We won 1-0, Nathan Ake scoring in the 88th minute. Our first goal at Spurs' new stadium. It's the first time that we've scored. It's the first time that we've won, so we will take confidence from the fact that we have done that. But in the Premier League, we haven't scored past Tottenham away from home in their new stadium. We haven't beaten or even drawn or got a result against Tottenham. We've always lost, so it's not a happy hunting ground. So Manchester City, it has to be a 10 out of 10 performance, really, for them to pick up the 3 points. Now, in terms of dangers, it's all about attack for Tottenham Hotspur. Son's not been in the best of form this season, but he loves a goal against us, so he's going to need to be man-marked out of this game. So for that reason, Kyle Walker starts. James Maddison, he wasn't an outlet in midfield in the FA Cup game, but he is expected to start in this game. So Manchester City are going to need to overload that midfield and get control of that midfield. And looking towards the back line, Pedro Porro, quality, former Manchester City man, expected to see a good battle between him and Josko Gvardiol. Now, in terms of injury news for Spurs, got quite a few players missing. Udogie, he's out for the remainder of the season, as is Ben Davies, Richarlison, Ryan Sessegnon, Fraser Forster, and Timo Werner. So, I'm expecting Spurs to line up with a 4-3-3 formation. Vicario starting in goal, a back four made up of Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, and Skip. In midfield, Bissouma, Sarr, and Maddison, with Johnson on one side, Kulusevski on the other, and Heung Min Son starting up top. They've got good options from the bench as well. Lo Celso, Hojbjerg, Gil, Bentancur, Emerson, all good options there for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, in terms of, it's the last time I'm going to speak about this little Tottenham Hotspur-Arsenal rivalry, but it's very strange that Arsenal's last hope for me, in my opinion, in this title race relies on Tottenham Hotspur, and scripts tend to just write themselves, don't they, sometimes? And remember, a draw here means Manchester City will go level on points with Arsenal, and Arsenal do have a 3-goal difference on Manchester City. They beat Manchester United away from home. Arsenal did in their last game yesterday by 1-0. So Manchester City, if we do draw this game, then Man City go level on points with Arsenal. We're going to have to match or better the result of what Arsenal do, as long as we can improve on the goal difference. So if Arsenal drop any points against Everton in the final game and Manchester City win, then we would win the Premier League if we do draw this game against Spurs. If Arsenal win against Everton at home and Manchester City draw here against Spurs but beat West Ham, we would need to better Arsenal's win by 3 goals. And with Everton already got the flip-flops on, I mean, they may hold firm for as long as possible. If Arsenal go out there and score an early goal, which they will be looking to do if there is any, if this is going to goal difference, I can see Arsenal scoring 4 or 5 goals, which means Manchester City would need to go out there, if that does happen, and score 7 or win by 7 or 8 against West Ham. So to me, it's highly unlikely that if it goes to goal difference that we will catch that goal difference on Arsenal. So to me, I don't want to leave anything to chance. I don't want that scenario. I want us to go out here and beat Tottenham Hotspur. So Manchester City, formed in 1894, led by manager Pep Guardiola, were second in the Premier League. We're a point behind Arsenal. Arsenal's got that 3-goal difference on us. This is our game in hand. So Manchester City, it's a must-win game, and hopefully we'll still have it in our own hands come 10 p.m. BST tomorrow night. Now, in terms of City's form, it's spectacular. Won 27 of our last 33 games in all competitions. We're unbeaten in 33 games as well in all competitions. It's our longest unbeaten run ever. We won our last game on Saturday afternoon against Fulham 4-0 away from home. We've won our last 7 games in the Premier League. We last didn't win in the Premier League on March 31st, but it was our 0-0 draw against Arsenal at the Etihad. We've not lost in the Premier League since the 6th of December 2023 away at Aston Villa. Now, Spurs Stadium, as I said, it's not a happy hunting ground, but I do believe it's the business end of the season. City are a different breed when it comes to this stage of the season. We win this, and then at the weekend, we win that. We're Premier League champions for a historic 4th time in a row. Never been done before, and the reason it's not been done before is because it's bloody difficult to do. Now, City have dangers everywhere. We do have a couple of injuries. Nathan Ake limped off against Fulham, so I don't think he's going to be featuring here after scoring against Spurs in the FA Cup, which is a shame. And Jack Grealish was ill at the weekend, so I'm not too sure if he's going to be ready for this game or not. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. I'd go with Ederson in goal, Walker, Dias, Akanji and Gvardiol as my defenders, Rodri, Kovacic and Foden as my midfielders, Bernardo out wide with Grealish. I'd start him if he is over his illness. If not, maybe I'd go with Doku. We could go with De Bruyne. I thought De Bruyne looked very tired against Fulham, so I'd rotate him, I'd rest him, and if we need him, bring him on for the second half. Give him 45 minutes rather than 90 minutes is what I would do. Another option, of course, Julian Alvarez. We could play him behind the striker if we do want to rest Kevin De Bruyne, and I'd go with Erling Haaland up top. Now, in terms of my score prediction, I'm confident. I'm going 3-1 Manchester City. I think City will look to get out of the blocks very quickly, grab a goal in the first phase of the game, the first 10-15 minutes. City go and grab another in the second half, and we kill it off towards the end, and Heung Min Son loves a goal against us, grabs a late consolation goal. Now, in terms of my betting tips, I'm going Phil Foden to score any time. I'm going Heung Min Son to score any time. Both teams to score. If you want a little outsider, Josko Gvardiol's in fine form, him to score any time as well. Now, on to today's video sponsor, BetMate, made up of the Spurs v Manchester City pot, where you can select up to 6 players from each team for this pot, with a pot worth £500, £150 for the winner. It's £5 to join. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC10 on sign up and get yourself £10 in free bets, and you can join this pot for free. The pot code is FF-TOT-MCI. My team, I'm going with Ederson in goal and Vicario on the bench. My 2 defenders are Gvardiol and Pedro Porro, with Kyle Walker on the bench. I'm going vice-captain Rodri and captain Phil Foden as my 2 midfielders, with James Maddison on the bench. I'm going Heung Min Son and Erling Haaland up top, with Brennan Johnson on the bench. Remember, BetMate links and details, they are in the description. So next up for Tottenham, they play Sheffield United away on Sunday in the final Premier League game. Manchester City, we round off the Premier League as well in our final game on Sunday at home against West Ham, where hopefully it will be a celebration for Manchester City, but everything relies on this game. Live watch along link will be out this afternoon for you to set your reminders for. I will be live at 7:30 p.m. BST tomorrow night, so I will see you then. So, win here, we're 1 win away from the Premier League title. All is on the line. This game couldn't be bigger. Arsenal are relying on Spurs. There'll be a strange atmosphere in the stadium, and to me, I think this is Arsenal's last hope to try and win the Premier League. Permutations couldn't be bigger in North London at Spurs Stadium. Spurs taking on Manchester City. I'm confident. I believe we can go and get it done. It's the big one. Bring it on. So there we go. That has been the video. Do let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Links and details, they're in the description. And do go and check out my live watch along link. It will be out later on this afternoon, where I'll see you tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. BST sharp. Huge game. Spurs beat Manchester City. It is very much Premier League on the line. I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.